Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. It has been quite a long day. However, this little piece of hair is getting on my nerves. Okay, here we go. However, I am a woman of my word. And so I wanted to make sure that I hopped on live real quick, probably about 30 minutes or so that I can talk you guys through how I help my clients get through the dating and relationship process so that they can be in the happiest relationships of their life. I actually took notes. You guys know I normally don't take notes. I normally just teach off the cuff, but I decided that I'm going to be a little extra official today, and I have this really pretty notebook that I've been dying to actually use and put into steps and put into my process. So let us get into it. Let me pin at the bottom how I help women busy professional. Let me fix that so you know I can spell professional. You spell something so bad that the iPhone doesn't even know what the hell you're doing. How I help busy professional women get into the relationships they deserve. Okay, so if there's anyone who is coming in and they want to understand, Alison, what is the special sauce? How do you do it? How do you figure it out? What's your process? How do you get results? How do you help clients win in the short term and in the long term? This is the live for you. So again, good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. My name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach, also the host of the Ready, Set, Love Retreat, which is in Costa Rica next year, April 20th through the 24th. We only have 2 slots left, so if you're interested, go ahead and comment or DM the words Costa Rica. It will send you the link, okay? But today's live is talking about how I help busy professional... I did it wrong. All right, let's see if I can do this right again. Thank you for your patience, guys. How I help busy, I forgot the word women, professional women get into the relationships, here we go, they deserve. Okay. I think I got it right now. A girl named Tom, you're gonna have to comment or DM like underneath the post. I don't think that it's gonna send it through a live. There is a way for folks who are in business and does this automations. There is a way to do it for lives, but I haven't done it. I don't think I have. So I need you to go ahead and I'm gonna listen to this live again. I'll send you a DM. But if you want to help me on this turkey day, go ahead and comment or DM underneath the post or DM me directly the words Costa Rica and you will get a link for the retreat. So again, I'm not here talking about the retreat, not today. Today, instead, we are talking about my process. How do I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve? So I'm going to talk you through step by step how I do this process, what the wins look like, what success looks like for each and every one of my clients. Good, great. Again, if you are just joining, my name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to get them into the relationships that they deserve. Before we continue with this training, I am going to give you some updates on what's going on with me. So number 1, effective January 1st, I will no longer be doing my live Q&A, my Ask Alison segment every Wednesday at 6:30. I'm not going to be doing it on Instagram any longer. It's only going to be live and the full video will only be on YouTube. So that means you need to click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube in order for you to be an active participant in the most lit live Q&A on Instagram. Okay, there's nobody else who is showing up every single week and who's giving free, unadulterated, useful advice for you other than moi. So that means you need to meet me on YouTube. Click the link in my bio and then you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is where Ask Alison live Q&As every Wednesday 6:30 will be. That is where you're going to submit your question. That is where you're going to get the entire live as well as the entire live itself will be live on YouTube. That's number one. Number two, super, super important piece of information before we get into this training of how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. Number two is that I have 2 slots left, 1, 2. And can I just say on the side, y'all don't care about this, I'm going to say it on the side. Thank God, because I'm ready to wrap this retreat up so that I can implement everything else that I need. Thank you so much, Care Credit Tool. She's subscribed by clicking the link in my bio and tapping the top button. Two more slots left for Ready, Set, Love Retreat in Costa Rica. If you would like to attend, all you have to do is click the link in my bio. And I think it's the 3rd button for the Ready, Set, Love Retreat, or you can comment or DM underneath the post the words Costa Rica, and you can get in there. There's $200 off through tomorrow, through Black Friday. That's number 2. Announcement number 3, and then we're going to get into the training. Announcement number 3, and then we're going to get into the training, okay? Announcement number 3 is that effective also January 1st. The investment for my 6-month coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, is going to be increasing significantly. I can be upfront with you guys, and I can tell you how much that is. It is going to be increasing significantly, the investment. Why is that? Number 1, as you guys know me, you know me personally, I feel like, I hope that you feel that way. You guys know that I don't play. I'm a very serious person, and I only want to work with people who are dedicated and who are serious. That's number 1. And so there needs to be some action that's taken on my end so that I can be sure that I'm doing the appropriate vetting, that I am making sure that I'm working with the types of clients who are prepared to show up and do the work. Long gone are the days of people who miss class willy-nilly. Long gone are the days of people who don't do their homework, right? I want every single one of my clients who invests in the partner you deserve to win. And so to ensure that the people who are investing are going to win, I need to make sure that they are serious. And it's a stretch. It's not easy, because when things are easy to people, they usually don't give it their all, right? So that's number 1. So the investment for my coaching program is going to be increasing significantly effective January 1st, because I am making sure that the people who are signing up for my program are serious about getting the work done so they can get the results that they desire and require. I just want to take a moment back, and I want to explain to you guys why I do the work that I do. Why I do the work that I do. So this might sound strange. I shared this more than once, but I want to share it again for anybody who's just joining the live or just new to my page. I have like thousands of new followers in the last couple of weeks. So let me explain. I am a teacher at heart. I like y'all. I love kids. I like y'all. I love kids. And so being in education for the last 15 years of my life, I realized that the best way for you to have an impact on children is for them to come from loving 2-parent households. Now, I'm not being shady. I'm not saying that a single parent can't do it and can't do it well, but how much easier would it be for that parent? How much easier of an experience would they have if they were not doing it on their own? If they had someone who can share in the work, if they had 4 sets of eyes who's watching that child, or 4 eyes, 2 sets of eyes? Yeah, 2 sets of eyes, 4 eyeballs, who is supervising that child, who's checking the homework, who's escorting them to school, who can afford to invest in tutoring and football and piano, right? And so if I want to have the best impact on society, if I want to have the biggest impact on society, then the work doesn't start with us who are 30s and 40s and 50s. The work starts with our children. And so that's why I do the work that I do. I love y'all. Y'all cool. I love the kids. Al love the kids. And so the work that I do is serious business. This is not for jokes. This is not for a ring. This is not for a dress, right? This is impacting generations to come. And so in that being said, I need to make sure that I'm working with people who are serious. So again, if you are just joining, effective January 1, the investment for my coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, which has generated more than 200 healthy, happy relationships that lead to marriage, the price is going up. Okay, the investment is going up. Number 2, I have the receipts, right? And so I have a proven method, and this is not shade to any other coach. I just don't see other coaches who have the amount of receipts posted online. Perhaps they have it quietly. They really may. But if I'm showing you guys that I have a proven method that works, then it needs to be priced accordingly. Number 3, right? 3rd reason, which is super important. Super important. So number 1, I need folks who are serious and going to show up and do the work. Number 2, I have the receipts that proves that the program works, and I'm going to go through what that looks like. Like, what is the program? How do I help people specifically, right? Thank you, Care Credit Tool. She says that makes sense. And then number 3, I have streamlined my coaching program, which allows me to get results the fastest, right? And what does results look like? Let's talk about this. I've had clients who haven't been on a date in years. So results for them is having a fun-filled, enjoyable time with a gentleman on a date who is like-minded. What does results look like? Number 2, I have clients who have not been in a serious relationship ever in their adult life. They're in their 30s and they're in their 40s, and they have been with F-boys and situationships back to back to back. Right? I have clients who are divorced after decades of being married, and they have no idea what the dating scene even looks like. They don't even know what a dating app, how to function. They have no clue, right? So getting on a dating app and having a winning profile and attracting like-minded men, that is the win. The win is transitioning from an app to a phone call, because they can't even get that far. The guys, they're not doing what they got to do, right? They're not going from the app to the phone to a date 1 to date 2, date 2 to date 3. But you guys know that my number 1 goal is to make sure that you are in a healthy, happy relationship that leads to marriage. That's the epitome, right? But the work that I do is going to make sure that you get there through these steps. So what are the steps, right? Because y'all joined the live, so y'all want to know, what are the steps? How do I help busy professional women get from I do all of that in 8 weeks, right? And then I offer 4 months of support. I do all of that in 8 weeks, and then I offer 4 months of support. What does that look like? My clients have my direct phone number. Unheard of. My direct self, not a Google number, not a business, not the secondary line, the number that my mama and them call me on, to text me 24/7 with any question or concern. Alison, I've only been on 1 date with this guy, and he wants me to make it official. Is this something that I should do? The quick answer to you is no. Side note, right? Direct cell phone number. Alison, this guy wants me to fly to Chicago to meet his family. It's only been a couple of weeks. Is he a serial killer? This guy wants to take me on vacation, but I'm not ready to be intimate yet. Should I go? This guy has a criminal past from 20 years ago, but he's really cleaned up. He's an entrepreneur doing well for himself, supports his family, great dad. I'm a little concerned. What do you think? I do have children. Whatever it looks like, my direct cell phone number for 4 months. So 8 weeks of instruction that teaches you everything that you need to know. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Just hold on. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. 8 weeks of hand holding, 8 weeks of accountability, 8 weeks of action items, 8 weeks of next steps, teaching you specifically what you need to do and doing it with you, because these are not things that are taught in school. These are not things that are taught by our parents. As a matter of fact, many of our parents told us, focus on our books, focus on our books, focus on our books. We did. And then when we got to our mid-20s, they say, where's your husband? Well, mommy, you never let me practice. I never had a boyfriend. How the heck am I going to get a husband? Right? So we're not taught these things. So I teach you them in 8 weeks. You get support for 4 months, 24/7 direct cell phone, so that I can help you. I am hungry. I am thirsty for you to win. So this is why I've set the program this way, where you're getting the instruction that you need in the beginning, right? And then for 4 months, you're getting 24/7 access. Care Credit Tool says I'm a coach and no clients have my personal cell. That it's unheard of, because that's how thirsty I am for you to win. Okay? So all of that. And then y'all see the testimonials. Over 200 clients who are in committed relationships, engaged, married, 2 of them who have had babies. First time moms, right? We're literally creating generations through this program. The price is going up to $4,997 effective January 1st. What is it now? $3,500 for 6 months of coaching with my direct cell phone number. Unheard of. This is not a commercial, so I'm going to get to what I said I was going to come here and do. So I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be frank. All the lives in the world ain't it. It'll help. It'll do a little tuning, but it may not be it. It may not be enough for you. So I've already opened up 3 slots to take consultation calls tomorrow. If you are interested in joining my program because you realize you've been following me for a while, you've been following a lot of people who are a resource for a while, some things may work, but what you need is more intense. What you require is more intense. You got to do what you got to do. and which is to take action. If you say you want something different, you got to do something different. So let's go ahead. Dr. Fakyo, you ain't see this ring, baby? I don't flash it enough. Yes, I'm absolutely married. Thanks for asking. Okay, so how do I help busy professional women get into the relationship that they deserve? Number one, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. If you're ready for step 1, there are 8 steps. There are 8 steps on how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. If you are ready for step 1, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. You're going to put a 1 in the chat if you are ready for step 1. So step 1 in helping busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve is getting super clear on what your goals are. What are you looking to create with your partner? What are you looking to create with your husband? What are you looking to create in the relationship? Let me tell you the big mistake that people make. The big mistake that people make when they start talking about what their goals are is they talk about what that person has to provide for them. So my relationship goals is that we travel, and that my husband is a provider, and that my husband is loving, and that my husband's a good father. No. Your relationship goals are just that, relationship. What is the relationship going to create? What is the fruit of said relationship, right? Like, what are the two of you going to come together and create, right? That might be legacy. So, Alison, one of my relationship goals is that my husband and I we're able to come together and we create a legacy where we're leaving properties for our children. As many children as we have is how many doors we're going to have, right? It could be real estate. It can be, I can tell you for my husband and I, one of our relationship goals is that we're going to have financial stability, so much so that we are going to pay for our students. I told you I love the kids. We're going to pay for our kids to attend undergrad at any HBCU that they desire, and we're going to pay the full tuition. They ain't got to take out $1. Your books, I got you. Your food, I got you. Your tuition, of course, right? So it's financial stability. That means that he and I are going to work together in a variety of ways. If that's budgeting, if that's launching a business, if that's supporting each other, whatever that looks like, he and I, our kids are going to HBCUs and we're paying full tuition. It's not going to stop. Okay? So with that being said, you have to decide, what are your relationship goals? What do you want to create with your husband? When you decide, or your spouse, when you decide what that is going to set the tone on the types of questions you should be asking and the behaviors you should be paying attention to assess if this person even wants what you want. Let me break this down in another way. A person on paper can be amazing, right? Look at the resume. And whatever amazing may look like to you, I'm going to throw out some things, but whatever amazing might look like to you. He's family oriented. He has a close relationship with his family. He's gainfully employed. He's handsome. He's hardworking. He's a Christian, right? Just throw out some stuff. That's not for me to tell you what's important to you. You decide that, right? But throw out some stuff. So you've decided those are things that are important to you. On the resume, he has all of those things. We can check it off. It's there. However, his goal is to grow up, or to grow his children up on a farm. He wants a homestead. He wants to grow his own crops. That's something that he grew up in the South with his granddad and hoeing the land. And he loved the dirt, and that's what he wants to do. He's concerned about the health and well-being of his family. He wants to make sure he's growing all of his own crops, which are all great things. But if that's not the lifestyle that you desire, that's not going to work. If you are not a city girl, but a girl from the city, and that's the lifestyle that you would like to continue, that's not going to work. So the relationship goals, that's the lifestyle, that's the long term, that's what you want to foster or create with your partner, long term or short term. It's not about you. So that's the first thing I do. Step 1, the first thing I do is I help clients get clear on exactly what they're looking for in their relationship, what the relationship goals are. All right. Now we're ready for step number 2. How do I help busy professional women get into the relationship that they deserve? A 2. Give me a 2, give me a 2, give me a 2, give me a 2. Step 2. I help them get clear on exactly what they're looking for in the partner itself. That's the resume. More important than the partner itself, because those things can have some ability to, right? First, number 1 was the relationship goals. What are your goals? What do you desire to build or create with your partner? It's not all about you. It's about us. What are we doing together? Number 2 is going to be, what exactly are you looking for in a partner? Those are the things I call the non-negotiables. So again, like I said, I know I have a couple of thousand new followers. So this may be new to you. For my people who's been following me, you like, Alison, I know your non-negotiable spiel. Your non-negotiables are the behaviors and traits that a potential partner must seemingly have in order for you to date them. Right? So that means those are the core values, the core musts. You cannot function in a relationship with this person unless they have blank. Not a preference. I had a consultation yesterday with a young lady, and I asked her about her willingness to date outside of her race. I said, are you willing? And she said, that's not my preference. I said, I'm asking you, point blank, are you willing? She said, no. I said, I'm glad that you said that. Not because I agree with it. That's not what I advise, right? I think that you should give people a chance, and then you decide who's an appropriate match after you've given people a chance. But that's not the point, though. I asked her, and she said it's her preference. And I said, no, are you willing? Meaning, would you try? And then she said, no. You cannot move forward in your dating experience unless you are super clear as to what you're looking for. If there's a waiver, if there's a maybe, then you're going to be living in maybe town for a very long time. You got to get clear. You get your pen, you get your notebook. I got a nice little pretty notebook from Amazon, and you have to write down exactly what your non-negotiables are. So for my clients, they create that list, and then I get it down to the things that are really an absolute must. And we get it down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 absolute musts. Because I'm telling you, if I let y'all write a list, it will be 30. The front and the back. You know the loose leaf, right? Your loose leaf is going to be front and back. No. That's unrealistic. Now, of course, people are multifaceted. Are they going to be just a person with 6 behaviors or traits? No. But what we're talking about is through your vetting process, which is what we're going to get to next. Through your vetting process, we have to be sure that you're being realistic. What is the core to this human being that I know if they have these things that I would be happy, and anything else is a plus. So when you're my client, I make sure that you go through. I make sure that we go through it, and I ask my coaching questions to be sure that what you're saying that you require is what you actually require. By the end of our call, we're clear, right? But as Care Credit Tools is saying, super helpful, mine was like 40. That's going to hold you up for life. If you maintain this unrealistic list, must have a list, but if you maintain this unrealistic list, then that is going to hold you up for life. One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to be single forever, because no one is going to be good enough, right? And I just want to remind you very kindly, you might be beautiful, you might be intelligent, you might be well-to-do, you may have an amazing physique, whatever that might look like. You still ain't got the 40 things that somebody else is unrealistically looking for either. Right? So we all going to be stuck in single forever. That's unrealistic. We get down to 6 core things. 6 core things. So I'll give you an example of some of mine. Number 1, one of my non-negotiables is that my husband is affectionate. That's how I receive love. That's how I appreciate love. I feel loved if I am hugged on, if I am kissed on, if he slaps my butt. And if he doesn't, like, we arguing. You might as well call me Alison and not babe. If you don't slap my butt once a day, you might as well call me Alison, because we fighting. There's a problem. There's something I don't know that you gotta talk to me. Like, hello, my butt, you right here, right? So that's a non-negotiable for me. Some people don't like to be touched. Maybe their thing might be words of affirmations. Whatever it is, it's yours. And yours alone. And as your coach, I go through them with you to make sure that what you are claiming you require is an actual must for happiness, for true happiness, for longevity, because that's what we're here for, right? We're not here for, we're here for a good time and a long time, okay? So now that we have step 1, which are our goals, now we have step 2, which are the non-negotiables. We then need to, and what I do for my clients is that I give them all of the questions that they should be asking and all of the behaviors they should be paying attention to that's in alignment with those goals and non-negotiables. So again, step 1, right? Step 1, we had the goals. We gathered them, right? If you're my client, I go through your goals and make sure that they're reasonable and obtainable, right? Step 2 is that we have the non-negotiables. Okay. And now what we do, this is like 2A. What we do is we take the goals and the non-negotiables, we put them together, And then if I am your coach, I give you, I call it a question bank. I give you all of the questions you should be asking, all of the behaviors you should be paying attention to, so that you can assess whether or not this person is an appropriate match. That is discernment, ladies and gentlemen. When people talk about I need discernment, hi. It's part of my program, Partner You Deserve. $1,500 off until January 1st. After that, investment is up and it's stuck, because I have the number one, the proven track record of success. Number two, I only want to work with people who are serious because I only want wins, right? And then number three, I've streamlined this. I got this to get you from point A to point B as quickly as humanly possible, okay? I did see someone say that they need a matchmaker at this point. I want you to listen to the rest of this live. And by the end of this live, I want you to let me know if you are doing all of these things. Because if you've done all of what I'm about to say, I got 8 and I'm only on to 2, right? If you've done all of these things, then I would say that perhaps. But I need to make sure that you are doing your part. Because I'm going to tell you this. And I don't know if this is you personally. I'm just speaking in general, okay? So do not take offense. When people who are still experiencing trauma, some might say broken, being unrealistic, if those people go to a matchmaker, let me tell you a couple of things that's going to happen. Number one, they're not going to be able to match you, and you're going to be mad because you ain't getting no refund. And you're going to be mad because if you're being unrealistic, or you're still hurting, or you're bringing that trauma into a new relationship, a matchmaker isn't going to work. They won't work. All right? That's like going to a matchmaker is going to a wedding planner. And if you don't go through coaching first and you go to a wedding planner with no husband, that wedding planner cannot execute a wedding for you. The matchmaker needs that thing done. The matchmaker needs that thing done. The matchmaker will then take the thing, the person who's done, and takes another person who's done and puts them together. But they won't be able to match you successfully if you don't have that. I hope that makes sense. All right. I also saw someone say that they're still single this Thanksgiving. We talked about this last Thanksgiving. It's been a year. If you were to join my program, right, my goal is that you're in a relationship within 6 months, that you're improving your dating practices, that you're getting on better and higher quality dates, that you're meeting like-minded people, that you are building your own confidence, that you are healing from your traumas. So at some point you have to decide, baby girl, how long are you going to continue to do this on your own? And it may not be me. Maybe Alison. Align with Alison. Maybe a little too rough around the edges. You know, I'm my Brooklyn-ish. You know, I have my West Indian ting, right? So maybe I'm a little too rough. Both of those combined is like rough. But there has to be somebody, because at some point you have to decide that you want more for yourself. You have to decide, right? All right. So she said, I know it's my issue. I hate dating. I never give my number out. That's where I fail. Okay, well, listen to the rest of the live and see, because that may not be it. All right, good. Hey, Mo, I know you coming on a retreat. Welcome back, returner. Welcome back, returner. Okay? There's a retreat number 2. She's not playing. And that's the kind of coaching and development that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be spending a lot more time coaching for Ready, Set, Love, Costa Rica. So let's work. Okay? All right, good. So now we have what we're looking for in the relationship, what we're looking for in the partner. We have the questions, what questions you should be asking. You have now built. Hey, Dawn. Dawn is in the program right now going on quality dates. You better tell them, going on quality dates. Dates that she has not, and she's active in there. I think we might be at week 5 or week 6. And she's already going on dates with gentlemen that she would have never met, never matched with, and things are going well thus far. This is the work. You have to invest in you, Care Credit Tools. You want soft and fluffy, or you want real results. You want somebody who's going to pander, or someone's going to give you the advice and support that you need to get the results as quickly as possible. I'm talking to my busy professional women. Can somebody screenshot that for me? Because when I screenshot, I mess up. Dawn said going on quality dates. And we're at week 6. Of 6 months, of 6 months, of 6 months, of 6 months. And we're on week 6. She's already going on quality dates. So come on, y'all. At some point, we have to decide. The lives are fun and they're cute, which is why I'm actually transitioning them off of YouTube. But we could talk about that. If you're a subscriber, you know all the tea, right? Because at some, like, how many times, how many free ebooks, how many free trainings, how many live streams? I'm here to help, but you have to show up. And I'll be frank with you guys, when stuff is low cost or free, y'all are not executing. I had a call with a coach, and her call was on sale. And I'm going to do everything she told me to do. You know why? Because her 1 hour session was $638 on sale. On sale. Let me know if I can say your name. I don't know if you want me to say it out loud. Let me know if she's here. If you want me to say your name, I'll say it, and I will blow it from the rooftops. I will say it from the rooftops. Dawn said, invest in yourself. It's worth it. Somebody screenshot that for me. Laura says you need help. If you need help, what you need to do is click the link in my bio, and you need to book your consultation. Let's see if you're a good fit. If you are a good fit, you're going to join the program in the next 2 weeks. And you're going to get it at $1,500 less than everybody else who's going to join in January, after Christmas when they're sad, after New Year's when they're sad, instead of taking action now. All right, good. She said I could say her name. So my good friend, former client, turned friend, and I'm going to say it, multi-million-dollar coach, Terry, aka Care Credit Tools, who's also on the retreat in Jamaica. She's trying her best to open her schedule, because that's how business is flowing for her to meet us back again in Costa Rica in April. Okay? She had a 50% off sale, not because it was Black Friday. She had it because she made 50,000 subscribers, and that's a huge deal on YouTube. Getting subscribers on YouTube ain't no joke, all right? So she hardly ever does discounts for when she shows up live. That's what she explained to me. She's done it twice in many years as a consultant. So, story time. She did 50% off to represent the 50,000 subscribers that she got on YouTube. Care Credit Tool. She's in the comments. Former client, turned friend, retreat attendee, and multi-million-dollar business coach. So I said, you know what? I'm not happy in my business. I'm gonna tell y'all. I ain't got all day. I know y'all ain't got all day. It's still Thanksgiving, right? But I'm not as happy as I'd like to be in my business. I need to make some tweaks. I had an idea. I booked the consultation with her. It's an hour for $638. You know what 30 minutes is with me? I'm gonna take that off, to be honest with you. $149, but $638 at 50% off. Multi-million-dollar business coach. Okay. I got on the phone. I said, Terry, I'm not happy in my business. These are the things that I don't like. I don't have a business degree. I don't have business experience. I have my zone of genius, which is coaching busy professional women to get them into the relationship that they deserve, and I need help. I gave her my idea. She very kindly told me that it's not going to work. Terry, very kindly, Care Credit Tools, multi-million-dollar business coach, kindly told me, she ain't tell me, but you know, I know. I'm a coach too. She kindly told me that my idea of how I could pivot my business so I could be happier in my business, she said, it's not going to work. And I had to eat that. Because I booked it. I booked the call for $638, 50% off for 1 hour, $638 for 1 hour. My program is $3,500 for 6 months. Okay. But guess what? I invested in my business. I believe in my business. I know that I can get results. I'm just not happy in my business. I want to be happy in my business. So I'm going to invest. All right. I was sad. She said, it ain't going to work. Your idea? Throw it away. I said, but you said it could work. Yeah, her situation is different. That's not you. Coach talk. Specificity. Alison, for your needs. Alison, for your business. Alison, for your circumstances. That's coaching. Not a general YouTube video of how do you get a rich man, wear blue and wear nice perfume and go to hotel lobbies. Not a general video that y'all eat up like nobody's business. Alison, for your lifestyle, that's not going to work. Alison, this is the pivot that you need. Alison, these are the tweaks you need to make for your life. That's coaching. That's the difference between coaching and y'all with y'all YouTubes. Y'all love y'all YouTube videos. Y'all love y'all the lives. That's not going to get you results for Foxy, for Chris, for Beautiful, for Janie, for Melissa, for Mocha Princess, for Holistically Hood. Yes, let's go Holistically Hood. These are generalities. It helps, but it's not coaching. Okay? So she told me this now ain't gonna work. What I wanted to do ain't gonna work. What you want to do in your dating life is not working. What you want to do in your dating life is not working. That's what she said. She said, what you're doing in your business is not working. Right? What you're doing, you, in your dating life is not working. And so these are the tweaks you need to make. Do I want to make them? No. I want to do what I want to do. But guess what? And mind you, she has mad free game online. And I listen to pieces here and there like y'all. But when I invested on that call and I put some money in the game, not only am I listening to the recording over and over and over again, but I immediately took action because I have some skin in the game. Y'all got to put some skin in the game. And the skin in the game don't got to be aligned with Alison, but it got to be somebody. Because if you say that you want a different result, you got to do something different. Let me refocus. Okay. I see people putting numbers in the comments like, lady, you said you were going to give us the 8 steps. We don't care about your story. So give us the 8 steps, and the 8 steps will help. But I'm telling y'all, at some point, you got to invest in somebody, which is yourself, so that you can get the results that you desire and the life and live the life that you claim that you want. Okay. So we did step 1, which was the goals. We did step 2, which was the non-negotiables. 2A was creating questions and getting a list of behaviors so that you can assess whether or not the person has step 1 and step 2. Does the person have those things, right? So then from there, what we do, once you have your questions and you have your behaviors, that's 2A. Now we got that clear. We know what we want from him. We know what we want from her. Now we got to talk about you. And this is the part that's messy. This is the part that y'all might not like. People take action when they have skin in the game. Invest in you. That's right. Okay? So, step 3 is working on you. Let's talk about what work on you looks like. I hear a lot of people, see a lot of posts that talk about working on, you gotta work on you. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Let's talk about it. Very easily, on the surface, is how you look. I know that's shallow. I know that's not nice. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but it is the God's honest truth. We do not look at a gentleman or look at a lady and say, oh, she looks like she'd make a perfect wife. She's so loving. He looks like he'd make a great dad. He's so whatever makes a great dad, right? He's so present and active and involved. She could cook a good meal. He knows how to fix a car. You can't see that. She's a good Christian woman. He's a good Christian man. You can't see that. He really loves and honors his mom. What you see is height, which y'all know how I feel about height. That's another conversation for another day, but that's what you see. You see weight. You see weight distribution. You see skin. I'm telling y'all, anybody who's struggling with their skin, you work on that skin, you're going to feel so much better. Yes, Laura, please do the consultation. All you have to do is click the link in my bio. And I'm telling you up front what the price is now. It's $3,500 up until January the 1st, where it's going to $4,997. So let's go. Afterpay, credit card, debit card, let's go. Let me refocus, y'all. You know how I do. You see height, you see weight distribution. You see skin, you see teeth. You see hair, you see hairlines, you see fashion, right? Fashion is something that's an easy fix. You see that, Laura? Or is it Lara? I hope not. Dawn says do it. Stop playing. That's what you see. So you need to work on those things. I'm doing like this because my teeth are yellower than I would like. And I have like the brush, like the brush on thing, but I'm not consistent enough. So I'm going to pay the $250 to go to a dentist office and get my teeth bleached in an hour. Let's go. Let's go. So that you are presenting as outwardly, we're going to get into inwardly in a second, outwardly as the best version of you. The eyebrows are drawn in, the lashes are attached, whatever that looks like for you. You need to get your braces, whatever that looks like. You need to go to Turkey to get the hair transplant so that your hair's on the top is lit. Whatever that needs to do, you need to keep your nails done, your toes done, whatever that looks like to you. You have to hire a fitness trainer and a nutritionist, whatever that looks like for you. But that outside matters. And anybody who's telling you otherwise is straight up and down lying and wasting your time, and you're allowing it outside. That's the easy fix. Get a couple thou, top to bottom, you lit, right? Now let's talk about the internal fix. Some of us are still walking around with our childhood trauma rearing its ugly head in every relationship that we are in, romantic and otherwise. Some of us, I'm going to say it again, some of us are walking around with our childhood trauma rearing its ugly head in every relationship that we are in, romantic and otherwise. You have a new female best friend every 3 years. It ain't them all the time. I'm going to tell y'all this story. Y'all going to let me cuss on Thanksgiving, okay? I know I try not to cuss, but I'm going to cuss because I need to in order to tell this story effectively. So forgive me, and I'm going to get back to my regular schedule, trying to be appropriate programming. Y'all ready for this story? I tell the story a few times, but it got cusses. Y'all with me? Okay, I gave you the warning. I had a professor in my mental health counseling program. I don't know if I mentioned Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to get them into the relationships that they deserve. I have a bachelor's degree in education, a master's degree in counseling, a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. So this is my mental health professor. He said to us in class, if one person calls you an ass, they are an ass for calling you an ass. If 3 people call you an ass, they are all asses for calling you an ass. If 5 people call you an ass, guess what, sis, sir? You are probably an ass. I say that to say, if you have relationship after relationship after relationship that's continuously failing for the same reasons over and over and over again, there has to be something that you have to work on inside of you. Something that's rearing its ugly head continuously. Now, what does that look like? How do you fix it? Because I don't expect you to fix it, right? You need to hire somebody who can help you process that trauma. You need to hire somebody who's going to help you to increase your confidence. Go faster. My phone about to die. Actually, my charger's here. Let me stop playing with y'all. Because I said I got 8 steps. And I'm only on number 3. Okay? And this ain't coaching. I'm just telling y'all what I do, what the outline is. This ain't coaching. So if you feel like I'm breathing life into you right now, you can only imagine when I'm in your face. Cocoa Flowers. When I'm telling you about yourself. A. Bella Marie. When I'm talking to you. Marcus J. at home. Madison. Right? All right, good. Somebody, whatever that might look like, right? And it might not even be trauma. Like we say that a lot in the mental health space because that's just us, right? Maybe you have poor spending habits, and that has been a continuous problem in your romantic life. Who wants to marry a financial burden? Nobody. Not even a millionaire or multimillionaire. Alison, I ain't gotta worry about that. I'm gonna marry a millionaire anyway. A millionaire or multimillionaire does not want to marry a burden. So if it's your finances that are in a wreck, then you need to get a financial advisor. So I'm the mental health professional here, and I'm not telling you mental health professionals are everything. I'm not telling you align with Alison is everything, but there is something, step 3, there's something that is causing you continuous strife and you're not fixing it. Anger management. You break stuff. You curse people stink. Right? You punch holes in walls. You busting windows out of people's car. All that type of stuff. Right? You're a mess. Your home is a mess. You don't keep things in order. Your home is a mess. Your car is a mess. Your brain is a mess. Your life is a mess. Right? It can be argumentative. That was my problem. Right? Not to the point where I needed therapy, but to the point where I would need some coaching. There is something that is continuously showing up in your life and you are ignoring it. It is a problem. You're not fixing it. And this is why you're in the position that you continuously are in. And you don't have the skill set. I love you, but you don't. You don't have the capability necessarily to be able to see these things. Sometimes you simply need someone, an outsider who's not going to judge you, but has the professional know-how, that has the credentials to hold the mirror up to your face and tell you that something is wrong. This is the something, and this is how we fix it. That's what you need. Hold up the mirror. Something's wrong. You came to me, something's wrong. Something is wrong. This is what it is. And this is how we fix it. This is a step-by-step, actionable steps. A podcast cannot help you enough. And if it did, we wouldn't be here. YouTube can't help you enough, or we wouldn't be here. Instagram Lives can help you enough, or we wouldn't be here. The free trainings, the free ebooks, you're getting all of these free resources, hip, hip, hooray, and you're a little bit better off. You're slightly, and that's the purpose of all this free content. I'll be honest with you. If you didn't know, if you never really thought about the business behind that, that's the purpose, is to help you a bit, to show you that that person has the answer to your problem. And then it's time for you to invest in yourself, because I cannot coach Jess and Jamal. I cannot coach Deja Fancy and Bella and Julia, and I can't do that through Instagram Live. It's one-sided. I can't do it. I can give you some advice, some next steps, but at some point you have to decide, and again, it doesn't have to be me, that you deserve more and you are prepared to do the work in order to become the best version of you. Outside, easy. We talked about it. Inside is some professional. Like I said, it could be a financial advisor. It can be an organizer for your home. It can be therapy. It can be coaching. It can be counseling. It can be spiritual support. Maybe you need to align yourself again with whatever spiritual body you believe in and get into that community again and start reading your word again. Something has to give, but you keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and you're surprised when you don't get a new result. Well, duh. And I know that might come across as harsh, but the reason why I'm speaking that way is because I don't think that there are enough voices like me that are speaking like this. Not in a way that's going to speak down at you, but a way that you can hear, because there's way too much pandering online. You're perfect. You're special. People should just change to adapt to be with you. It does not work like that. You are going to die alone if you don't change something. Something's got to change. So step 3 on how I help busy professional women get into the relationship that they deserve is being reflective on where they are going wrong in their life, how they are showing up as the not best version, the unbest, if that's the word, version of themselves. And then we create an action plan specifically on how we're going to fix it. Not, oh no, I argue too much. Oh, that sucks to be you. All right, see you on the next call. How are we going to change the behavior? You need accountability. You need someone who's going to hold you accountable. And that doesn't happen enough. Okay? I need a coach who holds me accountable because I need results and I just don't want warm and fluffy. All right? So that's step 3. Figuring out exactly how you are showing up as the non-best version of you and creating a specific action plan as to how we're going to change the outside and the inside. Who? Is it me? Is that my responsibility as your coach? Is it something that's beyond me? Like I said, a financial advisor, an organizer, whatever that looks like. And let's put that plan in place and let's invest in you so that you're showing up as the best version of you, so you have a right to demand X, Y, and Z from this gentleman. Because I'm going to tell you this, a lot of folks, you guys are demanding stuff from people that you don't have a right to, and you will not win. Yes, this dating market is a market. I want you to think about a market. Like, you ever watched the movie Aladdin, right? Like, like those ancient markets, right? Where we're hustling fish and we're selling loaves of bread. It's loud as a bazaar. It's loud. It's obnoxious. That's the dating scene. So if you want to bring order to your dating scene, you have to rise above the rest. You can't give us bargain bazaar versions of Alison and then think that you're going to get Bloomingdale versions of Andrew. That doesn't make sense. Saks versions of Andrew and I'm bargain bazaar? That's unreasonable. And Saks Fifth Avenue Andrew would be a fool to date bargain bazaar Alison. He'd be a fool. And here's another part. Saks Fifth Avenue Andrew is being chased by a whole lot of Saks Fifth Avenue other women. So why would he go with bargain bazaar Alison? Bargain bazaar Alison needs to become Saks Fifth Avenue so she could get her Andrew. All right? That's 3. Number 4, y'all quiet. Y'all ain't like that one. It's okay. You don't have to like it. I need you to do it. And then you'll win. And then you'll DM me. And then you'll send me screenshots of, I've been on the best date I've ever been on. I'm finally meeting men who qualify. I'm finally connecting with people who want what we want. I'm finally in a committed relationship. I haven't been in a committed relationship since I've been divorced. I've never been in a committed relationship. We're talking about marriage. He wants to have more children. We have purchased a house. It is pinned to my profile. One of my clients who was married within 8 months, her and her husband purchased a house. By the way, single mom. I'm gonna drink some water to that. Single mom. I see the guys getting a little excited. Y'all be trying to be messing with people beyond y'all league too. Don't think y'all excluded from this. I have a post that says it, and the guys, no one is above my league. What do you mean? Everyone's on my level. Huh? Good luck, Chuck. So we both a mess. But I work with busy professional women, so that's who I'm talking to. But the guys are not beyond that. Trust me. Scroll back. I got a post with comments from dozens of guys who say no one is above me. In the dating pool, you're lying. You lie. You're lying. But we're going to stay focused, because who I work with, who I help, are busy professional women. So I'm talking to the women. The men are not exempt, okay? Number 4, how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. Number 4 is going to be online dating. Offline's coming. Before y'all end it, before y'all click the X and end this live and hang up on me. In person is coming. Let's talk about online. So online dating. In my coaching program, for those who are in my group coaching program, I help them to choose a single dating app, one app, even though I recommend 2, an app that is the perfect fit for them based on their location and age and the demographic of the gentleman that they want to date. I give it to them. I get that question all the time. You need to join my coaching program. If you need that amount of specificity, you need to join it. Okay? So I give them the app that's a good fit for them if you're in my group program. If you are on my one-on-one, you get 2 apps. And what do? I create it with you. Ain't no guessing. Ain't no questions. I'm going to give you all the quick rundown, but this is what I'm talking about. The lives, the frees, they only go so far. You can't be mad if you're not getting results, if you're not investing in yourself. Quick answer is you need to have 6 photos. They should be some headshots, some full body, as well as some action shots. Okay? You need to be smiling, warm, and welcoming, nothing sexy. Number 2, you need to have a brief bio that makes it clear what you're looking for. Number 3, you need to have 3 prompts, very short and sweet, that speak about you and your interests, and that's it. Okay? Great. Dating apps. You need to choose the right one for you. You need to create a winning profile. That's what I do for my clients. Again, and if you're in group, I do 1. If you're in one-on-one, I do 2. 2 is what's best. Okay? You need to be active. You need to be swiping. You need to be reading. You need to be engaging on the apps. You need to be then helping the gentleman. If I'm talking to heterosexual ladies, you need to be helping the gentleman transition from the apps to the phone. And then it's his job to go from the phone to the date. So you get them in one point, they get the other point. I teach my clients how to do that specifically. Okay? In person. You need to be putting yourself at in-person events. You have to physically go outside. Yes, they will not be delivered to you, and I will bet you a lot of money he will not be underneath your tree this Christmas. He will not. Not unless you use the principles that I'm teaching, you invest in coaching, you will not be taking any pajama pictures in 2024. Neither. So I gave you a little West Indian earlier, and neither. It's not happening, neither. Okay? So I say all this to say, you have to put yourself in a position to meet people and to meet like-minded people. How I describe it in my coaching program, very briefly, but again, for those who are part of the program, I give them specific events to attend, as well as teach them how to find those events. But very quickly, what you need to do is, number 1, continue to go out socially like you normally do. Somebody's birthday, somebody's kickback, somebody's anniversary, not anniversary, like work anniversary, retirement party, right? Your regular stuff, the bar, the hookah lounge, regular. Continue to do that. You then also need to put yourself at events where the gender that you like is in high attendance. So if we're talking about busy professional heterosexual women, you're going to be going to events that are sports oriented, cigar bar, axe throwing, gun range, something. Okay? Then number 3, top tier, where you need to put yourself, is you need to be going to professional events, but please do not go to professional events that you have no idea what the hell they're talking about. If you are going to Afrotech and you could hardly turn on your cell phone, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going to conferences and going to professional events in areas of interest you already have. I love real estate. I could talk about real estate all day long. I love looking at the numbers and the flipping and the this. And I know HGTV is not real estate, but still, I love it, right? And what I'm talking about is you need to be going to those places. But you got to have some interest and some knowledge, because you look like a fool if you're standing there and you have no idea what they're talking about, okay? And again, for those who are in my coaching program, I give them the apps. I create the profile with them. I also give them the events they need to attend. And I teach them how to choose events, okay? I teach them where to find them. So that's going to be number 5. Number 6, this is 8 steps on how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. Step number, I just said that was 6? That was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, we're on number 6 right now. Number 6 is going to be learning how to show up as a good girlfriend and then potentially a good wife. Right? So now we're transitioning from, now you know how to date and you know where to find people. You know how to show up as the best version of you as a person. Now we're talking about healthy relationship building, because what I teach in my coaching program is the dating piece, but that's just half of it. Now I need to know, how do I build a healthy relationship? If I don't have practice, if I don't have examples in front of me, not television, of what a healthy, happy relationship looks like, how am I going to be able to replicate it? At minimum, I need to have a copy of the thing so that I can replicate it, right? Think about a copy machine, Xerox. I need a copy first. I need to see something. If you don't have that, if you haven't experienced it, the next part of our program, the second half now we're talking about week 6, is how do you build a healthy relationship moving forward? How do you show up as a good girlfriend and a good wife? And I teach for an entire hour on how you show up as a good girlfriend and a good wife. Of course, to the person who's deserving. You're not even talking about somebody who's not. Because if after working with me, you're not dealing with people who's not worth it. Got it? Good. Step 7. So now anyone who's joining the live, we are talking about 8 ways, the 8-way process of how I help busy professional women get into the relationship that they deserve. Number 7 is where I am going to help you to quash all of your limiting beliefs, your concerns, and your fears. So I have clients who are like, Alison, you taught me all this stuff. This is so great. I'm putting into practice. If you were on the live earlier, you saw Dawn. We are 6 weeks into 6 months of coaching, and she's already going on quality dates with gentlemen that she likes. 6 weeks out of 6 months. I mean, I don't even know what percentage that is, but it's a little bit. Okay? Saying all this to say, we still have our concerns and fears. But Alison, I'm a divorcee, and I'm worried about whether or not somebody would want to marry me as a divorcee. Alison, I'm a single mom. All the things that they say about the single moms. Alison, I'm over 35. You know what they say about the people who are over 35. Alison, I don't have this yet. And all of the concerns and fears, you're going to give them to me, and I'm going to blow them up with logic and reason to help you to get over those things, because it's, as long as you are harping on these limited beliefs, it's going to hold you back from success. And step number 8, the final step on how I help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. Step number 8, the final step, is manifestation. We write a letter to our husband in the present tense, thanking him for being the amazing man and potentially father that he is. We write that letter because we're writing down what we know we need in order to be fulfilled. And I can tell you many times, there's no mention of height in that letter. There's no mention of a particular car in that letter. It's all the feels. The way you feel supported. The way you feel secure. The way you feel safe. Okay, that's step number 8. The letter to your husband. So I've been on here for about an hour, and I've broken down to all of you the 8 steps that I take to help busy professional women get into the relationships that they deserve. You guys have seen the testimonials. People who have been on a first date for the first time in years. People who are finally getting hits on apps of guys who they deem as worthy and valuable. women who are getting into committed relationships who haven't been in them in years, after the breakup with their child's father, after the breakup of or divorce of their husband, never being in a healthy relationship. And I hold their hand and I walk them through every single step of the way. So much so, and this is unheard of, I've never heard of a coach ever do this, and I don't think that they will, and if they do, they copy me, and good luck to them, because this issues work. My clients have my direct cell phone number to text me 24/7 with any and every concern that they have. If you want to talk about hand-holding, if you want to talk about support, if you want to talk about how to win, if you want to talk about next steps, you need to join the partner you deserve. It's my 6-month coaching program that has gotten results for over 200 women, young, old, black, white, and Asian, moms and non-moms, never married, been married twice, in this country and out of this country. You can't tell me that you don't fit into a category of one of my clients. You can't tell me that you can't win because someone like you has already won. So at some point you have to decide you got to do something. That something does not have to be with me, but that something needs to be with somebody, because let's be honest, and I'm not trying to be nasty, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, you are going to continue to get the non-result that you have been getting over and over and over again. And if you're not in a position to invest in coaching today, what I'm going to need you to do is to join me in my Future Wives Club, where I do have resources and support. All you have to do is click the link in my bio to join the Future Wives Club. If you absolutely just cannot join coaching now, it's okay. We're in a recession where we have lots of inflation. If you just cannot, it's impossible. It cannot be done. Even with Afterpay, I accept that. Installment plan, credit card, Alison, I just cannot do it. Then you need to join me in the Future Wives Club, where there are resources and there is support. Okay? I'm going to wrap up here, beautiful people. My husband's waiting for me. We got some TV we got to watch. And you know how that goes. If you leave them too long, they're going to start watching the show ahead of you, and then now you're in trouble. I want to thank everybody who joined the live. I hope that this has been valuable for you. This live will be up for the next 48 hours. So if you have someone who you think can benefit, please feel free to share it, but they have to watch it ASAP Rocky. Again, if you're interested in joining me in my coaching program, the one that has had over 200 women and a man, but over 200 women, busy professional women, get into the best relationships of their life, it's your turn to invest in yourself. Go ahead and click the link in my bio. You're going to click the second button for the consultation call, and let's work together so that we're not in 2024 Thanksgiving having the same conversation. It's not Christmas with the PJs and the matching PJ picture that you don't have again, but you didn't do anything about it last year. We're right back again. Go ahead, bet on yourself, invest in yourself, and click that link and schedule your consultation. Again, the live will be up for 48 hours. After that, sayonara. I hope this has been valuable for you. I will be on live tomorrow. My live tomorrow is going to be all about the Ready, Set, Love retreat. I only have 2 slots left, 2 dose, and I'm giving $200 off through tomorrow, Black Friday, 11:59 p.m. So I'm going to go live tomorrow afternoon to just go through everything with the retreat so you guys are familiar and comfortable before you invest. All right? Love you all. This all comes from a place of love. This all comes from a place of love. I love you all. Share this live with anybody who needs it. It expires in 48 hours.